Hello, Mavericks fans. Welcome inside the Innisfil Twin Arena. We're here on a Monday night. We're getting you set for a big game for the Mountain View Mavericks. It is game number 3 of the Central Division Finals, and it is proving to be a thrilling one, or at least a great series so far between the Calgary Chill and your Mavericks Elite Lacrosse Club. Here, about 3 minutes time, we'll get going with the national anthem and all the good stuff before we kick things off. But let's take you back to Sunday afternoon in Brentwood, where it was an 8-6 loss for the Mavericks on the road. Of course, in game number 2, an opportunity to sweep the series yesterday. However, that was not the case. 5 goals in the second period is where it came unraveled for the Mavericks, and they tried to put a comeback on in the third, 3 goals, but just came up a little bit short in that one. The Chill able to pull away and able to even this series at 1 game apiece. Friday night, of course, back here at the Innisfil Twin Arena, it was a 15-12 victory for the Mavericks in game number 1. A barn burner in its own right. Back and forth action the entire game. And at the end of the day, it was the Mavericks who were able to pull away with that victory in the late stages of the third period. The Mavericks come into the series with a record of 15-4-1. They are first in the Central Division in the regular season, of course. The Chill upsetting the Rocky View Silvertips in round number 1. They third in the Central Division with a record of 12-7-1 as the Mavericks make their way out to the floor here at the Innisfil Twin Arena. Should be a great game for game number 3. An opportunity for both these sides to punch their ticket to the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup being held in Fort Saskatchewan next weekend. This is a Monday game 3, so no doubt that these teams will want to get this one wrapped up. And whoever comes out of it getting rested up for a big trip ahead up north. The Mavericks have had their sights set on the Larry Bishop Cup all season long. Without a doubt, the Chill have as well. And what a series we've seen so far. This is the second consecutive year that these two teams will meet in the RMLL postseason. Last year, it was the opening round of the Central Division playoff picture, where the Mavericks also found a way to advance. And indeed, yet last year, they made their way to the Larry Bishop Cup, and out of that would advance to the national tournament as well. Exactly what the Mavericks will be hoping to do here once more on the backs of their leading scorers, including Jace Victoria, Jace Dolinsky, Connor McCulloch. All 3 of those players have 8 points in the previous 2 games. Meanwhile, Alex Swan sitting on a 75% percentage right now. Has allowed 20 goals on 80 shots. They've come out for a period in game number 1, or a period of time, I should say, in game number 1, but made a full start yesterday, and an 8-6 scoreline. You can hardly blame the goaltender for that one, no doubt about that. Swan back in between the pipes, the starting goaltender tonight for the Mavericks. On the other side of things, it looks to be Easton Martin once more getting to start his 5th of the postseason. 82.5 save percentage, 32 goals on 183 shots so far for Easton Martin. We'll throw it to national anthem when we come back. Time for face-off from Innisfil. through the Innisfil Twin Arena rafters. It is time for face-off in game number 3 of the Central Division Finals. A jam-packed stands for it as well. What a crowd on hand here for game 3 of this wonderful series so far. It was the Mavericks who took game number 1 right here at Innisfil by a score of 15-12 on Friday night. Big performance from Alex Swan in that one, bouncing back after getting a brief hook there in the first period. As I mentioned in the pregame, team effort up front. The likes of Jace Stalinsky find the back of the net. Everett Moratori with multiple goal performances. And yesterday, a 5-goal second period by the Chill propelled them to an 8-6 victory in game number 2, keeping their season alive and allowing them an opportunity to punch their ticket to the Larry Bishop Cup as well. Second postseason meeting in as many years for these two teams. It'll be Everett Moratori digging in for the opening face-off here. He's up against Brody DaCosta. And the crowd is into this one. There's quite an environment here on a Monday night in Innisfil. And why wouldn't there be? We're in for a great game. RMLL action. The final game here in Innisfil this season. There we go, off the draw. It's Moratori tied up. He pushes it forward. Harnick's in a battle, and Moratori is going to come away with it. Loses it right off the hop, though, still giving chase. Now he comes up with it. The attack will start as Everett Moratori has won the opening face-off here for the Mavericks. They get their offense going. Sinclair joins the fray, so does Bosworth, but in control right now. This is Jace Stalinsky, who just puts one wide. Stalinsky didn't miss by much off the end wall. It's the Chill who come up the floor with it. This is Luke Kenny. Kenny goes to the left-hand side where Baxter Graff will take over. Graff loses the handle on that one, and Remy Pinchon comes away. What an atmosphere here in Innisfil. Away comes Pinchon down the right-hand side, pulls up to Victoria. Victoria quarterbacking things, wants to slow down the offense, now gives it off. Opportunity for Baumung. He'll fake the shot, now hands off Victoria. He's thinking about it. Still thinking here is Victoria as he shovels one into the area, and this will be picked off. Coming away with it now are the Chill in an odd man rush the other way. An opportunity, and that's a great save early on by Alex Swan. Big time save for Alex Swan. First shot of the night, a tough one. Back the other way now in the offensive zone. McCulloch steadying it up, goes to Dolinsky up top. Now this is with Bosworth. Hands it to Baumung, who lets fly. And that one right on Easton Martin, who has no trouble with that one. Couple of shots chaired now. Both teams very much into this one now. High pace to it as well as Oren Sartson gets into the offensive zone. Had a couple of goals yesterday. So too did Cameron Wallace in a 4-point effort. And he'll hand it off now with Bateman in control. Bateman now for Cash Bannister, leading scorer in the Central Division this season as Bannister tosses this one away, however. Andrew Murray in a race for it, but it's going to be Bateman getting there first. However, the Chill are out of time, and shot clock comes to the rescue for the Mavericks. This is Braden Sinclair lugging the mail. Sinclair dishes off to McCulloch. Now he'll go the opposite side where Dolinsky takes it back to McCulloch, and that's a wide shot. Remy Pinchon, however, keeps the offense alive off the end wall. Goaltender must have got a piece in that one. It's a fresh shot clock. Jordy Benko will shovel it down low to Dolinsky. Back up top it comes now. Remy Pinchon into the corner. Back up top comes, and Benko will try his luck, and that's denied by Martin. Couple of saves now for Martin as well as Brett Cohunt logs the mail up the left-hand side. Cohunt circles back now, has an open man down low. Bateman trying to feather it towards Wallace, who's tied up. Still there, however, and the Chill continue on as Dumoulin's trying to get it back to Wallace out front, and that slips into the corner. Now Bateman has it. Grayson Bateman fires. Swan, big save. Rebound there. Now it's collected by Lodemeyer. Riley Lodemeyer, 2 goals in Game 2 yesterday. This is Drake May assessing the situation. Hands off for Baumung. Wants to shoot it, doesn't have a lane. Hands off to McCulloch. Back now from Moratori. Goes down low. This is now May, who gives it back up top. An opportunity for Bossenworth, and he misses the target. Collected here by Baumang, who gets a shove from behind, and the Mavs able to continue on now. Nice pass out front. Bossenworth, and he's denied by Martin. Nice look out of the corner. I believe that was Moratori who had his man astride. And now Everett Moratori has it again. Good pressure in the early stages here for the Mavericks. We've yet to find our first goal of the game. Game 3, a decisive one in this series. Behind the net. Opportunity for Moratori, but must have been in the crease area there as that gets blown down. Ian Charchuk will come away with it, but he's immediately upended there. Great recovery. Jace, Victoria comes up with it. Victoria has Edmondson trying to get it to him. That one couldn't go. Victoria now in a battle for it. Can't come away with it, but dangerous looking chance nonetheless. Now shots 5-2 in favor of the Mavs. Back the other way though. Good defense here on Owen Hamill as the Chill player trying to advance it. Luke Kenny's trying to help him out, but now it will be recovered here by Calgary. Comes out to Oren Sorensen. Now for Dumoulin. Dumoulin holding, firing, and that one didn't miss by much. Dumoulin had a handful of goals in game number 1 here. Here comes Luke Kenny right into the area. Will dish off, firing one on there is DaCosta. But Luke Kenny arguably had a better angle at it, but he handed that one off to DaCosta. No problem for Alex Swan. They've played over 5 minutes now in Innisfail. Here's Dolinsky. Hands off to Braden Sinclair. Now tries to get it back to McCulloch, and he just had his pocket picked on that one. Back the other way now. The Chill trying to move it up the floor. They're doing a good job of that. Now Bateman with it. Bateman slowing things down as the transition makes their way off. Offense will get established here for Calgary. Cash Bannister trying to get that one towards Wallace. It's intercepted. Back the other way with numbers. Here come the Mavs. Dolinsky's carrying the mail. Hands it off. McCulloch. This is Pinchard who scores. Remy Pinchard. The first goal of the game goes to the Mavericks. Veteran player with a big-time goal here in game number 3 as the Mavs have an early lead. 1-0 here as we've played 5 minutes and 43 seconds. And the Mavs have it once more right off the face-off. Trying to keep the pressure up here in game 3. Drake May picks up the loose change. Now he hands it off to Baumang. Left-hand side where Edmondson will take over. Grayson Edmondson. Now for Victoria. Victoria assessing the situation. Still looking. Victoria trying to find a shot. That one is blocked. Back the other way now. Here comes Calgary racing up his chart. Hands it off Kenny. And he is denied by the iron. I think Swan got a piece of that as well. Alex Swan has been outstanding in the early stages so far. Might have had a little bit of help from the frame, but nonetheless, in position to make that save on Luke Kenny. Now the Mavericks work it in the offensive zone. McCulloch tries to give it to the left-hand side where Moratori takes over. Fakes the shot. Moratori shovels it into the area. Benko trying to settle this one down. Mavs going to run out of time here on the shot clock, and that's exactly what will happen as Dolinsky will leave it, and he will immediately be on his heels. Into the offensive zone come the Chill. This is Cameron Wallace double teamed up here. Slips away from it though. Here's Wallace trying to give it back to, looked like DaCosta was helping him out. Wallace now trying to find the loose ball. Trips up over his own power and now is picked up by Remy Pinchard. Pinchard with one already but doesn't want to go for goal. He wants to get some reinforcements out there. He'll go off for a change. Meanwhile, here comes the offense. Baumang playing pitch and catch with Moratori, who gives it to Victoria. Now for Sinclair, gives it to McCulloch. McCulloch fires and Martin makes a big save. A little bit of trouble here for Brent Holt as he's trying to get it out. Pressure by Drake May and the Mavericks turn it over. Right back onto the front foot. Here come the Mavs. An opportunity to punch your ticket to the Larry Bishop Cup. The urgency certainly there for both sides so far. A 1-0 scoreline. The Mavs lead early on. Moratori dancing, moving his way to the area, and then just has that pop out of his cradle at the last second. Collected now, and back the other way comes Baxter Graf, trying to hit a man in stride. He had Brett Kohut. That one just slips away from him. Now Graf and Kohut go into the corner, and there's an illegal pick set there, so it's going to result in a turnover. Mavs pick it up. Now back the other way, they come over half. It's on the right-hand side, dancing away here, giving it to Jace Dolinski, is pulling off for the change. That was good old Kai Klass, of course. Here is Jace Dolinski in control. Gets it back now for McCulloch. Opportunity here. Thought about it. Doesn't take the shot. Dolinski's got it again. Dolinski, he'll try to shoot. Not a lot of mustard on that one as it pops into the corner. And that results in a expired shot clock and a new chance here for the Chill. This is Bateman. Gives it to Wallace. Chill down one. Here comes Wallace. Doesn't have a shot. Hands off to Costa now for Dumoulin in the corner. This is Sartson. Sartson works it out. He'll fire on. And that one gets away from Sartson and up and out of play. Collected now by the Mavericks. Back the other way. Air and pass goes all the way up for Edmondson, who's denied. What a look that was for Harnick. And Edmondson gets denied right by the blocking hand there of Easton Martin. New shot clock, though, as Edmondson does his job at transitioning the play. Offense now trying to get themselves established here. Already with one early on, would love another one before the media timeout. Jace Victoria misses the target. That's off the end wall and over and back. 10:25 to go here in the first. Opportunity here for Cash Bannister as he'll collect on the offense. Bannister gets it back from Sartson. Bannister now, hands off. Big shot from DaCosta. That's off the end wall. Collected by Bannister. 15 seconds for the Chill to work with. Backdoor feed intended for Wallace and unable to bring that one down. Mavs will pick up the loose change and now work their way up the floor. This is Drake May in the area. Hands it off for Dolinski. Dolinski wants to make this change happen, possibly eat the shot clock here as well. Should take us to the media timeout here as Dolinski methodically awaiting. Now we'll start to move it out. Dolinski, nice pass through. Victoria, good move. Had a little bit of room there, but stepped inside the crease area, and that will bring us to our media timeout with 9:39 remaining here in the first period. Good game so far for Game 3 of the Central Division Finals. A 1-0 scoreline as the Mavericks have the only goal of the game, courtesy of Remy Pinchon, just over 5 minutes in. Deliberations and discussions happening here on both benches as it's an intense game without a doubt. I mentioned the crowd here on hand in Innisfil. It's a good one on a Monday night. Bleachers virtually full, if you ask me. And people standing all around the rink area as well. Lots of people cheering on, and a big game for the Mavericks, one of the biggest in this organization's history. Good pressure early on as Cash Bannister with nowhere to go coughs it up. Here comes Edmondson, 2-on-1, has Harnick with him. Edmondson fires, trying to find that rebound, and Martin keeps it out. Good battle on both sides here. Harnick is looking for it. He's going to come away with it. Brendan Harnick, good shift for him as well. We'll toss it to the right-hand side, and now the offense has some room to get established. Good 15 seconds to work with now as Moratori, Baumung, Braden Sinclair join the action, but it's Jace Dolinski in control. Fakes, now goes. Backhand feed, and that's a good one for Victoria, who ran out of an angle there. Pressure being put up here. Chill got to move it fast now. Trumbull, and they've got it. Oh, just no, they didn't. Chill unable to get over half in 8 seconds time. That's going to be a turnover. Looked to be tight. Thought they just had it. Not the case. Shots now 11-5 in favor of the Mavericks as well. Who've been pouring it on chances-wise. Got to convert that to goals now. Here's Moratori trying to do exactly that. Gives it to McCulloch, and another good save for Martin. Martin now with the transition play, trying to get it up the floor for Penoyer. Penoyer is now trying to track down Jace Dolinsky. Takes a whack up high and was looking at the referee. He's going to get that call. A bit of a no-doubter right in front of the official. Alex Swan heads off. Extra attacker is out there. Ten on the shot clock. Here comes Dolinsky. Fires! That one's through! Is it in the goal? Didn't make it into the back of the net, but Dolinsky did find a hole through Easton Martin there, it seemed. That ball just unable to get in the back of the net. What a look that was for Dolinsky, which draws the call. I believe it is going to be a slashing call officially, but it's a power play for the Mavericks, their first of the game. Power play a little bit quiet yesterday. 0 for 1. Didn't really have many opportunities clearly, but unable to convert as well. Meanwhile, in game 1, they were 2 for 3. Here's a good look for McCulloch, who's denied by Martin. McCulloch robbed by the right hand there of Martin, as it's, again, Simon Forgeron having a hard time getting over. Good recovery by Jace Victoria. Forgeron couldn't get that one over half, and now it's the Mavericks who are going to look to capitalize here. A little bit of room and time to work with as well. Now 20 seconds on the shot clock. McCulloch for Dolinsky. Dolinsky, he'll shoot. That's a big rebound that comes into the corner. Picked up here by Beaumont. Fresh 30 seconds to work with. 1 minute to go on this power play. Pitch and catch here. Down low it comes. A little bit of room here for McCulloch up top. He'll fire one on, and Martin's got to get in position to swallow that one up. Easton Martin now with 15 saves already in this first period. Back the other way. This is an opportunity for Owen Hamill to take time off the power play. Schill will look to do exactly that, but it's a high press here coming up from the Mavericks, who are with the extra man will look to get that ball back. Cameron Wallace doing some dancing, trying to push himself down low. Got himself as far as the crease area here. Both sides looking for it. It's going to be the Mavericks coming up with it. Victoria pulls away. Awaits instructions from the bench. That's a shot from McCulloch, meanwhile. That is inside of the area for the Chilled. They're going to have to cough this one up. Mavericks, they stay in position. Behind the goal is Dolinsky. Waiting things out, Jace Dolinsky. Takes a check there, loses his footing. Ball stays alive, though, into the corner where Bosworth needs to pick it up. Bosworth can't quite get a grasp on that one. It's going to be Brett Holt's turn. He advances. Simon Forgeron has it. Forgeron transitions where Bateman will take over. For Dumoulin. Dumoulin into the corner now where Cash Bannister has it. Bannister trying to feather one through. That's Sartson who's just put that one wide. Tried to skip that one by Alex Swan. No going. Less than 5 to go in this first period. Mavericks in the offensive zone again, as they have been often in this first period. It's Moratori trying to make something happen. Does get the shot on goal, but can't collect the rebound. Back the other way. It's a Hail Mary feed up for Charchuk that gets away from him. Now picked up here by the Mavs. Good work here by Kai Klaas to slip through a couple of checks. Now another one. Kai Klaas spins away and now will calmly turn this one up for Remy Pinchot. Our lone goal scorer so far tonight is Remy Pinchot. It's 1-0 Mavericks as we approach the 4-minute mark. Victoria lets fly. That's loose. It's through Martin, and he keeps it out just barely. Played that one off pretty nonchalant for a pretty dangerous looking chance. Jace Dolinsky had one just like that earlier. Dumoulin now down low. It comes for Bannister. Bannister shimmy shakes, gets a little bit of room on his man. Now comes to the outside. Wraparound effort. Sartson out front, and he's denied by Swan. Sartson with a fantastic look. Picked up now by the Mavericks. They go the other way. Baumung cuts it over, gets it back. Baumung holding. Now gives it over for Moratori. Fires, and Moratori is denied by Martin. Picked up now by Brett Holt. The Chill trying to transition here. They got to be quick. Brett Holt gets over half. And then he slips through a couple of checks as well. Calgary able to get themselves established. A little bit of room here for Bateman. Fights off that check. Bateman keeps it alive for Sartson. Sartson now for Dumoulin. Dumoulin. This shot is blocked. Into the corner it comes. Picked up. Dumoulin running out of time. Shot clock wise. And that sharp angle shot, I believe, will count. But I beg your pardon. It does not count. So Mavs able to pick up that free position. Gives it to Dolinsky. Mavs have a good 2.5 minutes to work with here, so can continue attacking as they have all throughout this first period. There's Dolinsky. Hands it back. McCulloch had a little bit of daylight. Is denied by Martin. Picked up by Victoria. Jace Victoria, shimmy, 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 hands it on over to Dolinsky. Dolinsky, he'll wind, he'll fire. That one is wide. Picked up off the wall, and the Chill have an opportunity to slow things down. Headman up. And they take it into the O-zone. Down low it comes. Opportunity for Charchuk to try to weave it around. DaCosta trying to get all of that one and just had that one float away at the last second. Meanwhile, it's collected by the Mavs. Riley Lodemeyer logs the mail. Gives it to McCulloch. Lodemeyer hands off for a change. McCulloch now trying to go back door there. That one gets away from all players and ends up in the corner. Battle for it. Coming away with it now are the Chill with Cohunt, but he is checked by two Mavs players right away and coughs it up. Now a big battle in the corner for it as well. Taking some punishment here. I believe it's McCulloch. Beg your pardon, that was Drake May looked to be taking some punishment, but he did his job. He kept possession alive here for the Mavs. As we've got less than a minute to go here in this first. Here is Moratori going to work. Pick set up there by McCulloch. That is more than illegal, I imagine. And that's going to be a turnover against the Mavericks. Opportunity for Baxter Graf. Hands it over for Bateman. Baxter Graf heads off for a change. More reinforcements coming. Cameron Wallace is off the bench. So too is Sartson. Wallace has it now, though. Lets a long shot go, and that's off the wall and right to Brendan Harnick. Less than 30 to go on the scoreboard. 25, it looks like, on the shot clock. They're pretty well synced up. As they definitely are. Well, the Mavericks have the last possession here, 10 seconds. Dolinsky steps in, fires, big save by Martin. Rebound was there, stick got up, no call coming. Long pass up the floor, not going to be able to get to their man Penoyer in time. And that will draw the buzzer in the end of a thrilling first period here as part of game number 3 of the Central Division Finals in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. Mavericks' only goal and the only goal of the game so far going to Remy Penchon at the 5:43 mark of the first period of play. That is the only difference so far. Remy Penchon up, has the Mavericks up 1-0 here. Shots on goal read 22-6 in favor of the Mavericks as well. They're on the front foot for most of that first period of play. We'll see if they can keep that up over the next 40 minutes. We've got about 9 minutes time here, but before we go anywhere, I want to quickly thank some of our great sponsors, including Triple Point Chemical Incorporation, TNT Customs, Hydro Testers, Thomas Group Inc., Pure Chem Services, TX2 Recycling, Marlec, Kin Canada, the Kinsman Club of Innisfil, as well as our other terrific sponsors as well that I'm never too quick at finding. That includes Carey Flaws Real Estate, CMB Electric, Ing & McKee Insurance, Reg, Source for Sports, and Platinum Fitness as well. We thank all of our fantastic sponsors for sponsoring Mavericks Elite Lacrosse. 9 minutes to go. We'll be back with the remaining 40 minutes. It's the Mavericks up 1-0 in the Central Division Championship game. welcome back inside the Innisfil Twin Arena, where the Mavericks have rejoined the floor, and we will rejoin our broadcast, of course, as well. Mavericks are up 1-0 in the Central Division Final, deciding game number 3. Remy Pinchot, the lone goal scorer so far in this game, coming back just over the 5-minute mark of the first period of play. Shots on goal 22-6 in favor of the Mavericks as well. They have had the lone power play opportunity of the evening as well. They are 0 for 1 on that opportunity. As I mentioned, both these teams coming into this series with playoff experience. The Chill this year having won against the Rocky View Silvertips 2-0, and of course the majority of this roster being in place last year for the Mavericks as well when they went on their run of sorts to the national tournament. Now this is a big time opportunity, still very much up for grabs is this game. 40 minutes to go. What will the second period bring? We are underway from Innisfil. Well, I thought we were, but it was a false start. Meanwhile, it's picked up here by the Mavs, and we get underway. Play does get started here. The Mavs work their way into the offensive zone with Jace Dolinsky. On the left-hand side, Dolinsky now goes right where he's got Victoria. Victoria assesses, winds, fires. Big save by Martin. Another chance there for the Mavericks. Meanwhile, back the other way, here come the Chill, trying to get over the line here. Hard doing, though, for Tyler Hussey. Does his job, gets it over. Cameron Wallace now in the offensive zone. Hands it off, thought he did. Tried to get it to go out. Loose ball. Swan couldn't bring it down, but it is collected safely by Mavericks players. It's Kai Klass doing his thing. Admonson down low for Drake May. May goes up top where he's got been shot. Now for Admonson. Thinking about it. Still thinking. Fires. Big save. Martin. Rebound sitting there. It's collected now by Max de Graaf. The Chill trying to get up the floor. Down low it comes. Opportunity here, a 2-on-1 of sorts. Real broken up now as it's collected by Sartson. Back for Bateman. Bateman now holding, doesn't have a shot. Kicks it out to the right-hand side. This is Bannister. He's denied. Nice save by Alex Swan. The rebound is picked up here by the Mavs. Back they come. Backdoor feed. Moratori can't bring that one down. Kept his feet out of the crease, however. Play stays alive. Victoria. Sinclair. Up top, this is Dolinsky. He's denied by Martin. Big rebound loose. Both sides looking for it. It's going to be the Mavericks who do come away with it now. Moratori's going to scoop that up. Gives it to Dolinsky. Fresh shot clock now for the Mavs. Dolinsky fires right away. That's a tricky save for Martin, but does keep it out. Had to squeeze between the leg and the arm to keep that one out, but he does so. On the right-hand side. Here come the Chill now, looking to get themselves established here offensively. They've only registered 7 shots so far. Here, a potential for one from Dumoulin, who is denied by Alex Swan. Dumoulin, multiple goal performance on Friday. Nice spin move here. A little bit of opportunity for Kenny. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Nice defensive recovery at the last second there. I believe it was Riley Benko, I beg your pardon. That was Murray getting involved. Now defensively, still work to do here for the Mavericks as it's Dumoulin. Nice move. Sharp angle shot is denied by Swan. Continuing though is Calgary. They're pouring it on. Big shot from Charchuk is denied by Swan. Alex Swan went from quiet to very, very busy. 3 consecutive saves and good ones to start the second. Meanwhile, the Mavs trying to transition here and answer back offensively. Jace Victoria. Hands it off. Room to work the outside. Now opportunity for Bamung, who just ran out of real estate. Back the other way. Here's the Chill trying to transition, and a big check by Grayson Edmondson to slow things down. Pretty big play there by Edmondson as Tyler Hussey's got it. DeCosta for Cameron Wallace. Gives it to Bannister. Bannister feathers one over for Kohut. Kohut tried to skip one towards Swan, and that one is, I believe, cleanly out of play. Yes, Mavericks ball. Advance now, up the floor come the Mavericks. This is Edmondson turning, no shot, gives it over. Bosworth doesn't have a shot either, gives it over for Victoria. For McCulloch now left-hand side, this is Moratori. Back for McCulloch, tried the quick release there. And Martin able to read that one up. Chill goaltender keeps it out. Back the other way. Defensive recovery here is Easton Erdmann making life hard on the Chill. Still able to advance it though. Dumoulin had a chance and he is denied. Stepped inside the crease area as well. That draws that attack to an early kill. And the Mavericks get themselves back in the offensive zone. What a pace to this game as well. Back and forth in Innisfil. Even strength lacrosse as well as it's Dolinsky shuffling forward. Dolinsky now behind the target. Nice pass out for Victoria. Victoria thinking about it. Firing. That one's through Martin and ends up slipping wide. It's got to be the third instance like that so far tonight where the ball has gone through Easton Martin but not into the back of the net. A reassuring feeling if you're a goaltender. Maybe luck is on your side right now. Nice little slip move here from Cash Bannister to give himself a touch of room. Gets it back from Bateman. Tries a shot. That one ends up off a leg. Thought that one went out of play. Referee says no. Ends up backing over. It's going to be a Mavericks ball. And the bench certainly thought that one should have been out. The Chill coaching staff none too pleased with that call. And if you ask me, they might have an argument. Meanwhile, it's the Mavericks who come away with it. They're in the offensive zone. Moratori, gorgeous set of hands there, and just ran out of an angle. Back the other way, here's Luke Kenny. Kenny, he tries his luck, and that one also a deceiving shot that went wide. Swan looks to be going right. The shot came left. Here comes the Mavericks with May, who is denied. Looked like he might have put that one home. That was another tough angle shot. So Martin comes up with a massive save after Swan fought one off as well. Back and forth action here in Innisfil. Chill in the offensive zone. Shot from Bateman is wide. Battle for it now. Mav trying to push it forward. This is Pinchon. He hits his man in stride. Grayson Edmondson trying to get towards the goal. Trying to go through two Chill players, and eventually they strip him of the ball. It's back the other way now as the Chill are into the offensive zone. Feather pass for Dumoulin. Backdoor for Wallace, who just put that one wide. Wallace shaking his head after that one. Should have done better, especially for a player of his caliber. 4 points yesterday for Cameron Wallace, who was determined to keep his season alive. Braden Sinclair kicks it on the right-hand side. This is McCulloch who lets fly. Another shot from the perimeter, and looks like Easton Martin is having no problem with those. Good strip there from Jordy Benko. Mavs trying to come up with it, and they do. Easton Erdmann will skip one forward. Dolinsky going to slow things down now. Jace Dolinsky at the top of the arc, winding, doesn't fire, has Victoria. Victoria now will shake. Trying to shimmy loose. Now will hand off. Opportunity for Jordy Benko is denied. Picked up here by Jace Victoria, and they continue on to the Mavericks. Mavericks continue. Down low it comes. Right-hand side. Kick back up. Blair Bosworth now over on the left to the right. Quick play here for the Mavericks. Victoria settles it down. This is now Moratori who's trying to shoot through traffic. That one hit a foot, I think, before it got to the target. Battle for it now. Still loose on the ground. Anderson can't pick that one up. Now it skips into the corner. Edmondson will try to pick this up, and he comes away with it. Grayson Edmondson, but he fires it back. A back pass for his captain and Lodemeyer, and those two can't sync up, so it'll be a chill possession deep in the Mavericks' end. All that effort for naught for Grayson Edmondson. Still a tremendous play. Trying to make some noise here defensively as Cash Bannister lets fly, and nobody really aware where that shot went, but Swan points up the floor and away come the Mavs. There's an opportunity for Liam Steele, who gets rocked after the fact. Brett Holt takes out his man. As Steele and Holt get in a bit of a pushing match. It's a bit of a size match if you ask me. We played just about 9 minutes here in the second period. Chill trying to work their way in the offensive zone. They've registered at least 5 shots on goal already this period, as it's a long shot on. That one is off the shin pad of Swan. They continue on. Bateman now. His shot is wide of the target. Collected by Dumoulin. The Chill will continue attacking. Bateman now. Left-hand side. It's DaCosta working it. His pass over to the right-hand side is a little bit of an errant one. They've got to settle it down. 15 seconds on the shot clock here for the Chill as they work the perimeter. Dumoulin to Bateman. He shoots, and that one's off the post. Hits the iron and comes all the way back over half. Chill got to get to it quick here. They will get to it first, and they will continue possession. Mavericks on their heels. Chill inches away from the tying goal just moments ago. They move it around the perimeter. Cash Bannister fakes the pass. Now he will move it over for Bateman, rather. Trying to give it back to Bannister. That one's off the wall. Collected now by Harnick at a 2-on-1. He's got Edmondson. Harnick keeps. He scores! Brendan Harnick doubles the Mavericks lead. It's 2-0. What a play for Brendan Harnick. Racing up the floor. Had Edmondson to his right. Says, I got this, buddy. Fires it home. 2-0 Mavericks. A 2-0 ball game as we are just approaching the midway point. 10 minutes to go here in the second. Half the game to go. And it's been a good one so far in Innisfil. The Central Division Championship decider. Game number 3. Brendan Harnick's put his team up 2. Cameron Wallace trying to cut into the lead, but that shot is blocked. Picked up, and now the Mavericks are back in the offensive zone with Jace Victoria, Jay Stalinsky, Braden Sinclair, Baumung out there as well, but it's Jay Stalinsky in control. Hands it over to Baumung now. Blair Bosomworth getting a look as well. Victoria. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Bosomworth scores! Blair Bosomworth! From 20 yards out. Snipes one by Easton Martin. What a goal that was! A beauty of a shot. 9:19 to go, and the Mavericks are up 3-0. Blair Bosomworth. What a shot that was. Was thinking about it, and made no mistake on that beauty of a shot. Now it's goals from Remy Pinchot, Brendan Harnick, and Blair Bosomworth that have the Mavs up 3-0 as we've approached our second period media timeout. Great play in this contest, but it's been the Mavericks who you gotta tip your caps. They have been the better side, even though it has, like I say, been a tight game. They have poured it on chances-wise. Shots on goal now 36-16 in favor of the Mavericks. They lead on the scoreboard, of course, as well, 3-0. But a full 20 shots ahead of the Chill. on that tally as well, and kind of feels that way as well. They've had the majority of the grade A chances. As we resume play, post-media timeout, the Chill will have it first. They've got work to do here. We saw leads go and come and go, I should say, on Friday as it's a shot from the perimeter. Battle out front. Sartson's trying to find it. He can't. Alex Swan will. As I mentioned, back and forth kind of game. In game number 1, we saw leads come and go. Mavericks were initially down 2-0. At one point, the Mavericks were down 3 goals. They came back. The Mavericks went up 3 goals. The Chill came back, and eventually it was a Mavericks win 15-12, as that's a beautiful feed to the back door for Bosworth. Now out front is Drake May, and looks like he took a step inside the crease area. Worked out now by the Chill. Benoyer takes it over half. Joins the attack as well. Now sets up his man on the right-hand side. The Chill trying to work it down low. Shot coming. Denied by Swan. That one is collected by Oren Sartson. Sartson trying to get it across, and this is Wallace. Let fly. Not sure if Swan saw that one coming, but it's wide of the target. Picked up now by the Mavericks, and they'll work it free. Signal to relax. Coming out to Jay Stalinsky. Still with it, though, is Stalinsky, doing a nice job. Trying to weave his way through traffic. Picked up, however, by Baxter Graff on the transition. Graff steps into the offensive zone. Cross-floor feed. Kenny will slow it down. Now down low it comes. Kohut trying to set something up. Kohut tries to feather it towards Sartson, who's running out of room here. Battle for DaCosta. It's going to be the Mavericks trying to push it forward. Collected here. And good team effort as it's pulled away by Baumung. Pulls it right back for McCulloch. Now a change coming as the offensive core gets out there. Moratoria part of it. Bosworth as well. Now hands off for Victoria. Thinking about shooting. Doesn't have a lane. Hands it for Victoria. Pardon me, this is Bosworth. Now for McCulloch. Moratori. Backdoor feed. It's McCulloch. Moratori trying to get it back to him, and they couldn't connect. Good thinking there by the Mavericks. Just couldn't link up. Cash Bannister is in control now for the Chill. A 3-0 ball game. Shot coming from Wallace. That one is, looks like we've got a piece of Swan. Collected now by the Mavericks. They're away. Opportunity with a 2-on-0. Had one there briefly. Now pulling the brakes up. It's Remy Pachon in reinforcement mode. And he's denied by Martin. Big save by Martin at this juncture. Big battle at half, and we've got a Chill player going down, and it's a turnover back the other way. The Mavericks have a chance here with Drake May. May pulls up into the corner. Victoria wants to slow things down. Up top it comes. Shot from Moratori, finds a way through. Everett Moratori scores. Mavericks are up 4-0 in the Central Division Finals. Full control of game number 3 as the Chill look to have called a timeout. Wanting to settle things down in a 4-0 ball game. The Mavericks have come alive over the last 5 minutes. Remy Pachon in the first. Blair Bosworth, Brendan Harnick, and now Everett Moratori have all found the back of the net as well. 4-0. Chill want to get their feet back underneath them, and all the Mavericks want to do is keep on going. Momentum fully on their side. What a goal for Everett Moratori. Off the draw, it's collected here by Calgary. They're trying to answer back right away. DaCosta is into the offensive zone. Kicks it back for Luke Kenny. Now for Wallace. Wallace left-hand side. Now to the right. Sartson had an opportunity out front. That one popped away. Good defensive recovery once more by the Mavs. Now Dolinsky. Nice pass for Victoria. It's right on the money. Victoria running out of real estate, though. Forced to pull up and puts the brakes on. Baumung now for Dolinsky. Gives it to Victoria. Victoria, nice move. He's denied by Easton Martin. Pass up the floor. It's collected now, and down they come. Right-hand side, Riley Benko. I beg your pardon. Wrong sheet, of course. This is Simon Forgeron. For Ethan Dumoulin. Now comes back over. This is Bateman. Bateman running out of room. Bateman continues on, though. Now we'll try to feather one through, and that's a softer shot that ends up in the corner. Picked up here by the Mavs in transition. Good recovery. Trying to bring that one down was Charchuk, but it's collected meanwhile by the Mavericks and Grayson Abington. Now over for Remy Pinchon. Into the right-hand side it comes for Moratori on the top of the arc. Now he'll hand off. A little bit of room here. Abington shoots, and that's a big-time save by Martin. Keeps his team in it. Well, 4 minutes to go here in this second period. Chill trying to get their way over. It was a nice defensive-looking play there by the Mavs. They can't come away with it, however. Now it's the Chill on the right-hand side. Big shot from Sartson is wide of the target. That one off the end wall, collected here by the Mavericks. They've got an opportunity rushing up the floor. Good look here by Gardner. Runs out of room. Opportunity for Kohut. Kohut looking transition. Here is Wallace. Wallace is denied by Swan. What a save that was. Big pad save there. Another chance flying into the area there was Kohut. And he also is denied by Alex Swan. No fear in Swan. Kohut crashing in like Superman. Here's Baumung. Mavericks slowing things down. It's McCulloch. Now he'll hand to Dolinsky. Left-hand side, this is Baumung. Ryder Baumung hands it over for McCulloch, whose shot is blocked. Ends up off the leg, I believe, and all the way back in the Mavericks' end. She'll take over. Here is Calgary. Left-hand side. Cameron Wallace feathers one through. Checked on DaCosta. He can't handle that one. Instead, gets sent to the floor. Back the other way. Here's the Mavericks in transition. That's Brendan Harnick. He couldn't bring that one down. Looking for his second goal of the game. Meanwhile, Brett Holt transitions to Dumoulin. Dumoulin shovels forward. The Chiller into the offensive zone. Here's Wallace. Fires a soft one on and a little bit of a knuckleball on Swan, but again, makes the stop. Alex Swan has been steady tonight. Here is Dolinsky. Dolinsky works his way into the offensive zone. Less than 15 on the shot clock now for the Mavs. Dolinsky assessing. Goes to the right-hand side. McCulloch is denied. Shot into the corner now. Picked up. Or a battle for it, it seems. And it will be a Chill possession there, says the official. So away comes Calgary. Trying to get something going here. Logan Penoyer. Cash Bannister. Bannister now over for Bateman now. Left-hand side, this is Wallace. Cameron Wallace, one-on-one with Moratori, all over him. Wallace doesn't have much of an angle there, and his shot is stopped by Swan. Picked up here by the Mavericks. They're back the other way. The urgency for the Mavericks has been there right from the get-go in this game. They have been on the front foot, and they are making it count right now. Moratori at the top of the area. Winds one through, rather. believe that one is blocked wide. Comes back to him. This is Dolinsky. Dolinsky tries his luck, and that one is also blocked. Collected here by Martin, and he'll dish out. Martin moves it out to the right-hand side. A little bit of room here for the Chill to get themselves set up. Got less than a minute to go in this fast-paced second period. It's been absolutely flying. Here's Ethan Dumoulin. Right-hand side trying to feather one through. It's the Chill who turn it over. Here is Brendan Harnick coming away with it. Odd man rush looking for Jordy Benko. Those two can't link up. Benko instead elects to slow things down. Now less than 30 to go. Only 19 on the shot clock, though, so the Mavericks will have to make something do. Pitch and catch here as Victoria gets it back. Now he'll give it over for Bosworth. Fake shot. Gotta respect the shot. Just scored on it, but that one ends up wide, and now the shot clock comes to a conclusion as well. That gives the Chill about 5 seconds to work with here as they lug it up the floor, get one down low. This is Cash Bannister, who runs out of time. After 40 minutes of play, the Mountain View Mavericks holding on to a 4-0 lead over the Calgary Chill and are 20 minutes away as it stands from punching their ticket to the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup in Fort Saskatchewan. A very thrilling game so far. Shots on goal 44-23 in favor of the Mavericks as well. And we leave you with about 9 minutes time to recover. When we come back, we'll bring you the third period of play. Mavericks up by 4. You're watching the Mavs YouTube channel. back inside the Innisfil Twin Arena where it's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes until we potentially decide a Central Division champion for 2025. The Mavericks are very much in the driver's seat, up 4-0 here with 20 to go. After 40 minutes of play, they've got goals from Remy Pinchot, Everett Moratori, Brendan Harnick, and Blair Bosomworth. 44 shots on goal as well. It has been an outstanding effort so far in game number 3. Doing what they can, the men in gray, to book their ticket to the Larry Bishop Memorial Tournament happening at Fort Saskatchewan next weekend. The Mavs were in the Larry Bishop last year, of course. Made their way to the national tournament as part of that. And the Mavericks would like to do that and a whole lot more this year, as it's the third period of play coming away on your Mavericks YouTube channel. It's going to be Everett Moratori taking this draw. He's up against Brody DaCosta. And it's going to be Moratori pushing it forward, and he comes away with it. Here's Everett Moratori onto the front foot right away. Moratori holds, fires, is denied by Martin. Good early chance for Moratori, who's on the ball again. He's determined. He's been playing with a little bit of fire in his step the whole game. Here's Jay Stilinski. Right-hand side, dishes it over for McCulloch. McCulloch now again over for Baumung, who's denied. Baumung is stopped. Hands it out. This is Martin, who dishes forward up the floor. Streaking up is Baxter Graf. Slows it down. Now Bateman on the left-hand side. A little bit of room here. Dancing, shimmy shaking. Ethan Dumoulin is denied. Swan with another big stop. Picked up here and swooped away by Drake May. May comes up with it. Hands it over for Jace Victoria. Victoria now hands it to Sinclair. On the right-hand side is Jace Victoria. Victoria shoots, is stopped. Big save once more. Now up the floor they come. Simon Forgeron. Stomped up. Moved ahead. The Chill trying to chip into this Mavericks lead right now. They're down 4. There's a great interception off the Alex Swan pass. The Chill right back to the attack. Trouble here. Running out of opportunity is Ross. He's caught up. And that's a great recovery by the Mavericks to come up with that ball in the defensive zone. Jay Stilinski with it. Stilinski holds on. Stilinski winds over. This is now Bosomworth over for Moratori. Moratori loses the handle. Can Stilinski keep it in? He can't. It's back the other way for Brett Cohunt. Cohunt trying to get into the offensive zone now. Work to do, though. He's up defensively against Stilinski. Down low, Dumoulin for Sartson. Sartson coming out of it now. Top of the arc. Perimeter work here for the Chill. Cohunt for Bannister. Bannister, fake shot. He still has it. He's denied by Swan. Another big save there by Alex Swan. Now up the right-hand side, it is the Mavs who get their possession started. Victoria back over for Bosomworth. This is Baumung. Nice feed for McCulloch, who scores. Carter McCulloch. The Mavericks are up 5-0. Bit of a backbreaker, you gotta think, for the Calgary Chill. Now down 5 goals. The biggest deficit they've faced this entire series. Credit to the Mavericks. They have been on the front foot in the offensive zone. They've launched shots on goal. Now up 48-25 on that tally. and up 5-0 on the scoreboard. As the Mavericks are now 16 minutes and 52 seconds away from the Larry Bishop Cup. The Chill are trying to answer back. Here's Baxter Graf, picks it up off the draw, lets fly, and that's Alex Swan with a big pad stop. I beg your pardon, that one must have gone straight out as it's the Mavs who pick up. And they are over half. Baumung onto the right-hand side. That's McCulloch just on the scoreboard, now looking for more. He tries to slip it back to the left-hand side, but the Mavericks unable to come away with that one. Pass up the floor for the Chill. Luke Kenny now. He carries it in. Gives it to Bateman. Grayson Bateman now slips one through for Wallace. Wallace trying to bank one home, and Swan had to look, but he did keep that one out. Another solid save for Alex Swan. Back the other way now, the Mavericks into the offensive zone, looking to get reestablished. Here is Braden Sinclair. This is Moratori. Great move. Stepped in the crease, though. That one is all for naught. Picked up now, the Chill back in the offensive zone. Time is certainly not on their side anymore. We're approaching the 15-minute mark. It's a 5-goal deficit. Turnover, and the Mavericks got it. Good rush up the floor here. I believe this is Hildebrand. That's a great transition by Hildebrand. Now back the other way, the Mavericks in the offensive zone with Drake May. Behind the goal now, Dolinsky assessing. Hands it back over. Baumung let one rip, and he got all of that one. Good save by Easton Martin. 45 stops on the evening. Away comes Calgary with a nice little bit of work. Sartson's got it for Bateman. Bateman flanked by Cameron Wallace off the bench. Bateman spins around, has to pass that one over for Bannister. Bannister also checked pretty hard here. Bannister now feathers one over. Bateman lets fly, and that one's wide. And that draws the shot clock to an end as well. Calgary unable to get any momentum started. Carter McCulloch in control now as the Mavericks chase it in. Gotta think they're gonna want to milk as much of these shot clocks as they possibly can here, especially as we now have got less than 15 to go. Shot from perimeter is an easy one to handle there from Martin, but the rebound is collected here by the Mavericks, so they'll press on. Behind the net for McCulloch, over for Victoria. Victoria now has to fight off a check, dishes it over. Nice move, Moratori hits the post. Everett Moratori rings the iron. Ball skipped over for Jace Victoria. Mavericks slowing things down as Sinclair kicks it to the right side. Victoria again, now hands one for Remy Pinchon, who's denied point blank. Rebound collected by the Mavericks, and that backdoor feed is out of the reach of Victoria. Mavericks keep it on, though, as they can keep applying pressure after winning that possession back. Out it comes. Dolinsky thought about it, dishes off, now kicks it over, right-hand side, Baumung, and they score! That's Remy Bouchard, he's got 2 tonight. Yes, indeed. Remy Pinchot, a 2-goal performance in game number 3. Mavericks now up 6-0. In full control. 4x4 with 2 hands on the wheel. The Mavericks looking to punch their ticket to the Larry Bishop Cup. 13 minutes to go. Big time goal from Remy Pinchon. As the Mavericks are right back in the offensive zone with Jace Dolinsky. From the outside, Dolinsky trying to find a lane here. Dolinsky not really seeing much of anything happen for him right now, and eventually will run out of time on the shot clock. I think the Mavericks will take that at this point. We'll just try to milk the clock. Meanwhile, it's the Chill who need urgency. Brett Kohut can't make the pass happen. Instead, it's a loose ball collected by the Mavs. Penchant is going to slow things down. He's on 2 goals already. No doubt he'd love a hat trick in Game 3. Work to the outside. Mavericks now left-hand side for Baumung. Baumung stepped up, pressed over by the shoulder. Sinclair now, it's a McCulloch shot that's denied by Martin. Picked up by McCulloch though on the rebound. And they continue on, do the Mavs. Right-hand side. Skip back over. Baumung playing quarterback. Moratori goes down low. Slips down low. Moratori follows it into the corner. Is leveled there in the left-hand corner. Pops right back to his feet, but Brett Kohut giving him some words after that one. Mavericks get to continue on. Full 30, the instruction from the bench. Use up this clock. The Mavericks are in the driver's seat. Long shot from McCulloch. He negates those orders. That's a save from Martin. Now the Chill pick it up. And then they're away into the offensive zone. Trying to get themselves set up. It's been a lot from the perimeter as that's another long shot from Sartson that does make its way through. Well, you gotta buy a ticket to win the lottery, and Oren Sartson believes in that theory. Lets a long distance shot fly, and Sartson has the Chill on the board. Now the question is, can they mount the comeback? 11 minutes to go, certainly have enough time, as it's a 5-goal game. Anything can happen in lacrosse, blink and you miss it. But Oren Sartson from quite the distance beats Alex Swan. Now there was traffic in front, but that's a goal that might give the Chill a little bit of a spark. Can the Mavs take it away? Here's Victoria, letting fly, and that's off the end wall. Collected here by the Mavs again. It's Baumung pressing, and he shoots. Is denied by Martin. Mavs certainly have put a lot of shots on goal now. 57 in this contest. Martin has made 51 saves. Here comes Bateman into the offensive zone for Calgary. Bateman pushed up to the perimeter, dishes up to Sartson, gonna let fly again, and Alex Swan had to squeeze the legs to keep that one out. Sartson feeling lucky, and why not? That one almost finds a way through Swan. As we approach the 10-minute mark of this third period, Mavs still very much in control, but it is the Chill threatening. McCulloch kicks it over, gets it back now from Benko. Over to the right-hand side. This is Bosomworth for Moratori now. Moratori up top. McCulloch is denied. Rebound is loose out front, picked up by Moratori. He tries to shovel one home, but that's stopped by Martin. Rebound now is collected by the Mavericks. They can continue on. Mavericks are pressing here despite up 5 goals. Looking for more. Trying to rag the ball as well, no doubt, as it's Moratori taking the shot clock down. Now 10 seconds on it. Big shot from Bosomworth is blocked. Doesn't get to target. Victoria, they'll have to hurry it up now. Long distance shot. That one's wide, and the Mavericks have to leave it where it is. But instead, with about 8:58 to go in this third period, that draws us to a even strength whistle and our media timeout here in the third period of play. It's the Mavericks who are up 6-1 here in a thriller. It's been a great game so far. Back and forth action, but the Mavericks took that 1-0 lead thanks to Remy Penchant in the first period. Scored a couple unanswered in the second period. Put them up 5-0, very much in the driver's seat. It's an answer back from the Calgary Chill from Warren Sartson, of course. 6-1 ball game with 8:58 remaining. Shots on goal 59-28 in favor of the Mountain View Mavericks as well, who have been on the front foot all game long, applying pressure, trying to put as many chances on goal as they possibly can, and right now has the difference, has them up 5 goals as we get ready to restart things here in Innisfil. Warren Sartson picks it up. Into the offensive zone they come. Sartson trying to find a lane, but he couldn't put that one home. Picked up and taken away now. Jordy Benko carries it in. Now stops up. Zielinski. Zielinski on the right-hand side. Nice move. Gets through. Fires on and is denied. Slipped through traffic there, did Zielinski. Possession stays with the Mavericks here. Now 60 shots on goal on the night. Worked in. Zielinski again tries his luck and again is denied. Jace Zielinski feeling it in on this offensive shift here. As now it's the Chill who finally come up with it, and they're up the floor. Trying to get a spark. Down 5 goals in this game number 3 of the Central Division Finals. That pass ends up and out of play. All the momentum on the Mavericks side right now. And the crowd loves it as well. Back the other way though, Baxter Graff trying to answer back for the Chill. Can't get over half. Loose ball. It's bouncing around. Who's going to come up with it? Moratori. I beg your pardon. That's Edmonton who sweeps it up. Same kind of outfit there with the pink shoes. Right-hand side, it's Jace Victoria. Sees McCulloch. McCulloch now 14 on the shot clock. They'll milk it down. Victoria, he shoots. That one's blocked. They save Martin, but the rebound is collected by the Mavs. That allows them a brand new shot to take down. Shot clock, I should say. Drake May. A little bit of nifty hands on his part. Moratori trying to slip away from a check, gives it to Victoria. Victoria has a lane, thinking about it, skips one on towards goal, and that's off the end wall. Moratori now tries his luck, 2 iron shots, and eventually the ball's going to trickle back and over. Far from over in a 6-1 ball game. 6:48 to go here in Innisfil. Picked up now, Cameron Wallace. Wallace runs into some traffic here. Heavy hit put on by Kai Klaas. Continuing on, though, here come the Chill. Sartson now carries it on the right-hand side. Fires on. That one's wide. Sartson keeps it in, though. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cameron Wallace looking for it. Can't pull it down. Picked up and taken away by Edmondson. What an environment it is here today in Innisfil. Victoria. This is Victoria, as I was just Zielinski, I beg your pardon. Get my Jaces mixed up sometimes as well. Victoria now continues on. Has that one stripped, however. Good defensive play by Bateman. Picked up by Zielinski, though. He fires. Big rebound for Jordy Benko. They're calling him in the crease, though. So that one will not stand. Meanwhile, trying to get over half here. Chill into the offensive zone. Extra attacker already out as they've pulled the goalie already. Down 5 goals, the Chill in desperate need of offense. Here's Cameron Wallace with the extra attacker now out there in the form of Ethan Dumoulin. Left-hand side. Crossbow. This is Sartson. Is denied by Swan. Again, had to fight to keep it out, but he does just that. Tremendous effort for Alex Swan tonight. 29 saves. Mavs in the O-zone, trying to take this clock down. We're approaching the 5-minute mark of the third. Aaron pass collected here by Easton Martin. He'll look to get off as soon as they can transition here. Chill with the pass up the floor, and Aaron one here, still skipping around, picked up by the Mavs. Here's Remy Benchon on 2 goals tonight, keep in mind. Here's Jay Stolinski, slows it up. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Dolinsky takes it to the right-hand side. Thought there should have been a call there. He'll have to fight through it. Dolinsky now in a battle. Putting his man up against the wall. Dolinsky coming away. Nice couple of turns to buy himself some room. And eventually will do his job. Runs down the shot clock. Chill now take over. They get the goaltender off right away. Extra attacker out there, and they're into the offensive zone as well with Brody DaCosta. Dumoulin now. Pitch and catch with Wallace on the left-hand side. Wallace, nice spin, trying to power his way through. It's Dumoulin trying to fight one home. And that one did not miss by much, just couldn't get the angle he was hoping for. Murray with the hopeful effort up. Net still empty, but eventually Easton Martin comes in and collects the ball as well. Trying to pass it out. That's a little bit of a hot potato pass to his man. It's collected by Brendan Harnick. Brendan Harnick will force the Chill to defend. As again, you got to think he's just going to take this clock down. Harnick fighting his way through the area, keeps possession alive. What a play from Brendan Harnick. Has a goal tonight as well. Admonson is going to lightly put one on, and no problem for Easton Martin. He'll head off again. Extra attacker coming. This is Cameron Wallace. This is to the right-hand side. Bannister feathers through for Sartson. Big time save by Swan. Can't tell if Sartson's foot was in the crease there, but I think Swan just made the save. May was thinking about a timeout, couldn't get that one to go. Now it's a mishandle there by Edmondson, lets it slide. Luke Kenny's going to be able to pick it up now for Calgary. Kenny advances for Dumoulin. Dumoulin now in the right-hand corner, kicks it back up. Opportunity here for the Chill if they can gather. Cameron Wallace now, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Sartson to Dumoulin. Back over for Wallace. Left-hand side, this is Bateman. Assessing, gets it back over. Jordy Benko trying to find this loose ball. Admonson down there as well. Admonson going to pull away with it. Two minutes to go. There's Moratori racing into the offensive zone. Circles the perimeter. It's still now the Mavericks trying to take this clock down. Sinclair, hands off. Bosworth tries his luck. Big rebound off Martin. It's loose out front. May collects. He puts it off the iron. Drake May hits the crossbar. Would have surely ended this game. 6-1 with 90 seconds to go. Moratori settling down. The Mavericks making it virtually impossible for the Chill to even this thing up. Nice offensive rhythm, but now broken up, and now Calgary trying to chip at it, but now time very much in the Mavericks' favor. Up 5 goals as we approach the minute mark. Cameron Wallace lets one skip towards goal, and again Swan fights it off. Big save from a big-time goaltender. Less than a minute to go in the third and deciding game of the Central Division Championship Series in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. Left-hand side, it's Jay Stolinski ragging the ball. Takes a little bit of punishment here from Penoyer. Beautiful feed. Rennie Pinchard. What a chance that was for the hat trick. Great pass by Dolinski. Back out it comes to Edmondson. 30 seconds to go. 20 on the shot clock for Mavericks. Carrying it down into the right-hand corner, trying to rag this thing down. It's Baumung. Baumung over the shoulder, trying to get that one down low. 10 on the shot clock, but it's picked up here by the Chill. 15 to go. Here comes Calgary, trying to find something. Simon Forgeron racing towards goal. Big save, Alex Swan, as he has so often before. Stops that one. And with no time left, the Mountain View Mavericks are your Central Division champions for 2025. The Mavericks advance to the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup in Fort Saskatchewan, where they'll fight for provincial supremacy. The second consecutive season that the Mavs will head to the Larry Bishop. This time fully earning of their Central Division crown. Regular season champs, postseason champs as well. They take the best 2 out of 3 against the Calgary Chill, who you've got to tip your cap to. Came in as the 3 seed, upset the Rocky View Silvertips in that storied program, and they advance to the Central Division Finals and give the Mavs quite the run for their money. Mavs win game 1, 15-12. Chill come out and win game 2 at home by a score of 8-6. And the final in game 3 in Innisfil, 6-1 Mavericks. A tremendous effort from the Mavericks, who were absolutely determined. They came out with a purpose in game number 3. Pouring shots on goal. Final stance in that column, 66-32 for the Mavericks. Pretty well doubling up the Calgary Chill. And it kind of felt like it felt that way throughout the night, that the Mavericks just had more chances, had more of the momentum. And as it would have, they earned this one. What a game. What a season as well for the Mavericks. 15 wins this regular season. A franchise record. Couple of postseason wins now under their belt as well. A lot of anguish for these Calgary Chill players and some of the veterans who make their way off, including Brett Holt. Again, you got to give a lot of credit to the Chill and the Mavs as well. It's always a tight series. Always tight games between these two teams. As Cameron Wallace makes his way through the coaching staff as well, showing a lot of respect to that great player. He's been a long-time veteran in the RMLL as well. Always like to see the amount of respect that these two teams have for each other. Not only these two teams, but all the teams in the RMLL, and how tight-knit the lacrosse community is. Alex Swan leads the Shakes here for the Mavericks. He was outstanding tonight as well. 31 saves for Alex Swan. Hasn't always come easy for him this season, but boy, when it matters most, you can count on that guy to come up with a big-time performance. Really did not give the Chill much of anything. Warren Sartson, the only one to beat him from a distance, and I've got to say with at least 3 guys in front of him, as we'll have the Central Division Trophy presentation in a matter of moments. We won't go anywhere. We'll have that for you, of course, on the Mavericks YouTube channel. I want to thank all of our great sponsors who help make this broadcast happen. Of course, Platinum Fitness, Red Source for Sports, Ingham McKee Insurance, Carey Flaws Real Estate, and C&B Electric, as well as the Mavs. Gives the fans a little bit of fun as well. Of course, the great parents who support them all season long, and it was a great showing for the fan base as well tonight. Triple Point Chemical Incorporation, we'd like to thank you. TNT Customs, Hydro Testers, Thomas Group Inc., Marlick TX2 Recycling, and Pure Chem Services. We'll throw it to Mark Payne for the presentation. announces the champion. Mark does a great job with the organization as well. If you follow the Mavs on Facebook, a lot of that content comes from him. Does a good job with the kids. Fires them up. To accept the championship trophy.
The Mavericks will now be on the division championship to defend their title in Fort Saskatchewan. Great job by the technicians tonight on the call. Great job by the captain. Come here, celebrate.
Riley Lodemeyer lifts the crown. The Mavs are Central Division champions. What a feeling that must be, as the Mavericks can officially put some hardware in their trophy cabinet. And big congratulations to the complete organization, and Lodemeyer bringing the trophy over to the staff now, including Wally Gens. You know Wally's fired up for this one. Brad Bouchard gets a try. Those guys put a lot of effort, time, sweat, and tears into this organization, and they deserve some of the praise as well. Trey Christensen with some honors as well. Hayden Sutherland gets a lift. Great to see that Riley Benko, some of the guys not in the lineup, recognized for their contributions as well. But what a game it was, what a run it was for the Mavs this season as well. 15 wins in the regular season, 2 in the postseason now, and a trip to Fort Saskatchewan awaits next weekend for the Mavericks. So a complete schedule will be made available on the website and through some of the social media feeds as well. But it's a 6-1 final in game number 3 for the Mountain View Mavericks, who advance to the Larry Bishop Cup in Fort Saskatchewan. Well, with that, some of the final pictures and images here from Innisfil. We'll let you take that in. And as we do, I want to quickly send a shout out to my co-broadcaster here in the booth, that of course Dawson Naylor. I know he's watching through YouTube, as so many of you are today. I thank him for his contributions to the broadcast this season, and look forward to working with him throughout the winter in our hockey broadcast as well. As some of the younger Mavs fans make their way out as well. Mavs players sharing this one with the kids, with their families as well. Just a tremendous scene down there on the floor, as everyone soaks this championship up. Calgary Chill have dispersed already. We'll see them again next year, no doubt about that, in the 2026 RMLL season. Coaching staff largely consisting of the Foster brothers. They do a fantastic job themselves. As more family makes their way out, I think this is where we'll probably leave you for the broadcast here. My name has been Baron Van Klooster, of course. Dawson Naylor, I want to shout out him as well, but from my standpoint, just want to thank everyone who's supported the broadcast this season. I've seen a couple of lovely notes from you folks already throughout the course of the year, and throughout the course of my 2 years here with the Mavericks, and certainly hoping to be back for year number 3 next year. Wishing the Mavericks all the success in the world in Fort Saskatchewan. I'm afraid I won't be able to get up there this weekend, but I do root on the Mavs from a distance. No doubt that Mark will throw on a headset. I'm sure you might even hear from Dawson this coming weekend as well. We'll have to stay tuned for more notes on the broadcast as well, as there's a team picture now to be taken in. Getting a good angle of that as well, as our volunteers up here in the booth, Mr. Chattendale and Of course, young Mr. Bouchard as well, helping me out all season long. But I think of this venture, we will leave it for the 2025 RMLL season here as part of Mavericks Elite Lacrosse on YouTube. We'll leave the video playing for a little while here yet, but my name has been Baron Van Klooster. It's been a tremendous honor to be with you all season long. Again, want to thank all of our great sponsors who helped make this happen. Want to thank Dawson, want to thank the Mavericks organization, want to congratulate the Mavericks organization as well. 2025 Central Division champions in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. Best of luck at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. You've been watching the Mavericks YouTube channel, 2025 Central Division champs.